Okay, apologies for that. I had a bit of an issue with the pooch cam there. I think it should be working now. Apologies, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the stream. It's been a long time. I hope everyone's doing well. So we have Daruk here. We have Mifa here. You can't actually see Mifa. Mifa is just in front of her bed. Daruk is investigating something in the corner of the room. But yeah, it's been a bit busy where we are. We've had the front room completely redecorated that got finished over the weekend. We've had a sofa bed from IKEA that got delivered over the weekend, and I've been building that. That's in the corner of the room that you can't see at the moment, but I've been building an IKEA sofa bed for the past few days, which has been exhausting. Work is getting busier and busier, so I hope everyone's doing well. The pooches are doing really well though. You should notice that there is both Daruk and Mifa. Well, there's a Daruk in the bed there, and there's a Mifa just there. So they're back together, which is good. So everything's back to normal. Jilly, you've put a link to the Discord. Perfect. Let me get that. I will pin that. Thank you very much. Perfect. Okay, right. So when we left our search for Palkia, we got up to 1,600 encounters. Let's see what we can do today. That doesn't look shiny to me. So we didn't get it on our first one. And then we'll reset. So we're starting a little bit later than I would normally do on a weekday. So I think that means we'll go a little bit later than normal. So normally I would do 5 till 7, but since it's 5:30, we'll do a 2-hour stream, and we'll stream until 7:30. So we'll stream for the next 2 hours, and let's see if we can get a shiny Palkia. Jilly, did I see what shiny you got today? I think I saw it. Oh, it was doing this last time. I remember this, Sarah. I was really hoping this would have got fixed. Yeah, it was. This was happening all throughout the last stream. It felt like maybe one in 7 or 8 resets. It was crashing. That's not good. I completely forgot about that. Ugh. So clearly, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but it seems like that issue is still happening. Okay, darn. Anyway, just to go back to it, Jilly, I think I remember seeing something in the Discord. It was a video, and did you get a Totodile? A shiny Totodile? I might have been wrong, but I thought it might have been that. That's not shiny. And Jilly, did we update the Switch? There was an update today. Ooh. I'll tell you what. Well, let's just reset. How do you check for updates? Bear with me. My streaming software isn't responding. I can hear the menu moving, but you know it. There you go. Now it's moved. How did it get up there? Right. Yeah, this is not the best start. Right, do you go in system settings and then system update? Let's have a look. No, it's up to date. So it is up to date apparently. Let me just check this version as well. Options, software update, and we're using the latest. So we're on the latest everything. Yeah, that's all I can really say. So I'm not. It seems like everything's as it should be, but it's. I mean, maybe it has had an error in the past, but yeah. I mean, the very first reset for it to crash, that's not a good sign. But maybe it was just random. Who knows? But yeah, Totodile's a good shiny. Totodile is a good shiny. I've been trying to get a shiny Charmander and a shiny Tepig on Legend ZA. I did eventually get a shiny Charmander, but I still haven't found a shiny Tepig. But it's proving to be the most difficult shiny hunt I've done. Like even the Charmander, it took days and days to get that. And it's felt like every other shiny hunt I've done in ZA has been a lot quicker than that. So I might be wrong, but I feel like those starter Pokemon in Area 20, they're tricky. I think they're tricky. Like I say, the Charmander and the Tepig, those have been the most difficult shiny hunts I've done so far. And I still haven't got the Tepig, despite many hours. And the photo that you sent must have given you a look. Yeah, I liked that. That was a shiny Charizard, wasn't it? In your party. And that's the goal. I definitely need to evolve it. Although, I think what I'm going to try and do is, I'm not going to stop at one Charmander. I kind of want to get 3. So I could have a Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. And part of me kind of wants 4, so I could have a Charizard holding the X Megastone and a Charizard holding the Y Megastone. So I kind of want 4 Charmanders, but considering how long it took me to get 1 Charmander, that might be hoping for too much. But it's, not every goal has to be achieved in the first day or so. Sometimes it's a long-term thing you've got to work towards, and I feel like that's probably going to be the case with my Charmanders. I feel like it's going to take me quite a while to get them. Amelia, you found 19 shinies in ZA. Nice. Very nice. Oh, and Jilly, so it wasn't just a shiny Charizard, it was a shiny Alpha. That's, yeah. See that, so at the moment, I've just got the 1 Charmander. And because I know that I'm going to want more than that, I'm not evolving the Charmander just yet. Because if I were to get an Alpha, then that will be the one that I would want to turn into a Charizard. What I don't want to do is evolve a Charmander all the way up to a Charizard and then find an Alpha, because then I'm going to have to evolve that as well, and then I've got 2 Charizards, which that wouldn't be too bad, like I say, because I do want one with X and Y, but actually, yeah, it might not be the worst thing. Oh, and do I have the charm yet? I do indeed, yeah. So thankfully, I've got the shiny charm, and it's still taking me ages to get this, to get these Charmanders. But like I say, I've got 1. I still want all the Tepigs. I want even more Charmanders. But just got to keep going. You've just got to keep going. Amelia, you think we're going to get it on 1,630? Interesting. We shall have to see. And Jilly, you want to keep hunting an alpha Lopunny because you saw Wicked for good yesterday. Interesting. I've never seen Wicked, either at the theatre or either part of the movies or anything like that. All I know is I think I'm aware of a song called Defying Gravity that I think might be from Wicked. I don't know for certain, but I think it might be. And I know it's got something to do with The Wizard of Oz. But other than that, it's a mystery to me. So I don't quite get the low punny thing. But I'm sure it makes sense. And Jilly, you're going to name it Glinda. There you go. Fair enough. Amelia, you don't have the charm just yet. Which quests do you still have to do? Is it the battling one? I feel like that's the most difficult one. And I think you've just got to dedicate an evening to doing it, really. Because there's no way around it. It takes ages. It just takes ages. I think the easiest way of doing it is going to one of the restaurants in Lumiose and then just doing, the 3 or 5 battles that they ask you to do. You pay a little to enter, but if you win all the fights, you get that money back and more, and you get loads of XP candies and things like that. So I mean, by the end of it, you'll have a lot of XP candy to level up your other Pokemon. But there's no getting around it. It takes a long time. But I mean, I think if you're thinking of doing shiny hunting in ZA, it's worth that investment because you'll save time overall by doing it. And Jilly, you saw the sequel that came out last week, and you think it's amazing. Nice one. I'm glad. I'm glad they enjoyed it because it's nice. It feels like when you get a big movie that comes out around this time of year, it's kind of nice because it feels like the type of movie that you could kind of watch with family over the festive period. And it's just nice to have movies like that, a movie that's good for the whole family and is also good to watch coming out over Christmas. That's just a nice thing. And Amelia, you've still got to do the battling one and the catching the Pokemon. Gotcha. The battling one will be where all those points are. I feel like if you can just do the battling one, all of the catching, you don't have to worry about the catching ones. And Amelia, you've already done 589 battles. That's awesome. You're pretty much halfway there, right? Over halfway. You just got to get up to the 1,000. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're going to do shiny hunting in Legends ZA, then the shiny charm it's worth doing those battles because even though it takes longer, even though it takes some time to do that, every shiny hunt you do after that will be 3 times faster. So, you'll make up that time in no time. And Amelia, you've just heard the shiny sound. Awesome. Let me know what it is. I hope it's something amazing. And it's a shiny Pidgey. Nice. That'll turn into a lovely Mega Pidgeot. Although I suspect you've probably got quite a few Pidgeys. I might be wrong. Oh, it crashed. Okay, that's the second. Right, I'm going to start counting these actually. That is the second crash we've had today. I'm going to mark that off. Okay, right, we've had 2 crashes so far. 2 crashes in 13 encounters. So we're running at about maybe, I'm not very good with maths. What is that? About 1 in 7, roughly. 1 in 7, 1 in 6, 1 in 7. 2 in 13 would be around 1 in 6.5. Something like that. So that's that's quite a high percentage, I would say. Jilly, put a crash count on screen. I can only do one. I can only do one counter at a time, and I'm much more interested in the encounters. Well, I've got a little bit of pen and paper next to me. I am making notes, so don't worry. I won't. I did not keep track of it last time. I am going to keep track of it this time. But the last time it happened, I remember, Jilly, that you were very helpful in sending over some Reddit links where it was happening to other people. I might be wrong, but I think other people were experiencing it at a rate of around about 1 in 8. I seem to remember that. I might be misremembering it, but I think other people were encountering a crash roughly 1 in 8 resets, which isn't too far away from what's happening now. So again, it's a small sample size, but it's, at the moment, I'm thinking that nothing's changed and it's as bad as it was last time. Amelia, you've got 3 shiny Pidgeys, 2 shiny Dragalgis, and 3 shiny Fletchlings. That's awesome. I mean, having the 3 Pidgeys and 3 Fletchlings, I think that's really good, because you can have like one of every evolutionary stage. Not everyone likes doing that, but I like doing that. I always like to have one of every stage of Pokemon, and then I'm a bit of a OCD nut job in that. What I like is I like my boxes to be in Pokedex order, and for every single Pokemon to be in Pokedex order in my boxes, so that if I ever have to transfer them to home, I can just drag and drop, and I've got them all in that particular game's Pokedex order, which is a lot of faff, and it's not for everyone, but it's something that I enjoy doing. So at the moment in ZA, I've already got my boxes in Pokedex order, and I've got every single Pokemon. What I don't have is a shiny version of every single Pokemon. So what I'm currently doing is I'm just going around catching shinies, and when I get a shiny, I'm replacing it in my boxes with the Pokemon that I've already got, the kind of I'm kind of swapping out the non-shiny version for the shiny version. So the eventual end goal is to have a shiny living dex within ZA. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. And Jilly, you saw some people saying that they won't continue this soft reset hunt until they fix the issue. Ooh, I mean, yeah, I can see why they might do that, because it seems to mainly be when we're resetting. So it's usually, if it was going to happen, it would usually be around now when the game is loading up. But I think it's also happened like just when I've been playing the game, not as often, but I think it has just happened when I'm playing the game. And I don't know. I don't know how I would feel if we found the shiny Palkia and then the game crashed. I don't know if I could psychologically recover from that. That is the type of thing that could utterly destroy me. So I could see why other people might just say, hey, you know, I'm not going to waste my time on something that's that unstable until you fix it. And Exile, good to see you. Can I help you to get the Poke Radar after you get the starter? Yeah, I should be able to do that. It's not something I'd be able to do on stream because I am kind of locked into the Palkia thing. But I guess all that's required is you need the national dex in order to get the Poke Radar. So what I would say is you kind of need, the easiest way of doing it is to have in your Pokemon home a living dex of all of the Pokemon needed for the national dex in BDSP. I'm just thinking, if there's certain ones that you are struggling with, because I know there are definitely Pokemon that you need. I'm not even sure. There's some Pokemon in the BDSP Pokédex that you cannot get in Pokemon Home. I don't know whether they're needed for the National Dex, but it is definitely needed for like just the complete Pokédex. And I think the only, well, I said Pokemon plural, but I actually think it might just be one. I think that might just be Spinder. So Spinder you can't get in Pokemon Home unless maybe you can get it from Pokemon Home if it's from one of the older games. You definitely can't transfer a Spinder from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home, because I remember really struggling to get Spinder. I've got it now, but of all the Pokemon needed for the BDSP Pokédex, Spinder was the most difficult. So what I'm trying to say, Exile, is if it's just one or two Pokemon you need, then I'll be able to help with a few trades. If it's loads, then it might be more difficult. And what I would say is I would concentrate on having your Pokemon Home have all the Pokemon in it. Because it may be that it's easier to get those Pokemon in other Pokemon games if you can just get them into Home and then you can transfer them into BDSP. And I believe the only Pokemon that you can't, or it's not as simple to do that, I think is Spinder. So if you're just stuck on Spinder, I can definitely help with that. Anything else you should be able to get from other Pokemon games, but like I say, if it's just a handful, I can definitely help. And Katri, good to see you. You've been working on your Pokédex in ZA. Nice. It is fun, isn't it? I like it. There's a few games where I think it's really fun to complete the Pokédex, and ZA is up there. I think my favourite game for completing the Pokédex, it's still Legends Arceus. I love, filling out the research tasks. I just love that. That will always be my favourite game to complete the Pokédex in. And I think I also really like Scarlet and Violet. There's something really satisfying about each entry being like a book that kind of fills out your bookshelf. That's really nice as well. But I do really like Legends ZA. I do like that. And Shiny Palkia, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I've not been able to stream recently. We've been having house renovations downstairs, and downstairs is where I keep the network hard drive, and all of the images that I use for the overlay for this stream. Basically everything, all of the productive things that I've got, it's all saved on a network hard drive, and we did a lot of redecorating in the room where that hard drive was, so I had to take that out, and it's been offline for about a week and a half now. But now everything's all sorted. I've got access to everything. I can stream again, so it's good to be back. But I hope everyone's been keeping well. And Amelia, you're doing the Slowpoke battles. Good luck in that. Oh, and I missed a few messages there. So Amelia, you're carrying on playing Pokemon Sword as a grass type, and your Gigantamax will be Venusaur. Nice. Well, I hope you have fun with that. And Exile, you were thinking that the radar would help. Oh, okay, there's the third crash. So what is this? 3 in 26. That's 7 or 8. 3 in 26 is it's about 1 in almost 8. 7 or 8, right? 7.5 maybe. 1 in 7.5. Not good. What was I saying? Exile, yeah. You thought getting the radar would help right away, as it helps the shiny every zone save for well caves. Yeah. So one thing I would say is that the Poke Radar, so I've only ever done the Poke Radar once. I think it's more beneficial towards the end of the game, because it involves catching Pokemon over and over and over again in order for you to get the best odds. And you don't have a lot of money in the early stages of the game. You don't, until you get the Versus Seeker, where you can kind of rebattle the elderly couple. I forget where they are, but there's an elderly couple near the Pokemon Mansion that you can just kind of keep battling over and over again, and they'll give you lots of money. I would advise getting the Amulet coin as well. But that's all to say that until you get the Versus Seeker, your ability to farm money or get lots of spare money to buy Pokeballs and repels, you need a lot of repels, you're kind of limited until you get to that part of the game. And even then you've got to do a bit of, like I say, you've got to do a bit of money farming. So what I would say is I wouldn't rush getting the Poke Radar, because you need a lot of money to use it effectively. You need loads and loads of repels, and you need loads and loads of Pokeballs. If you've got those two things, then you should be okay, because even if your chain breaks, you can just reset and you won't have lost anything. But you need enough repels and Pokeballs to get you to the end of a chain, to get all the way up to 50. So you do need a fair bit of money, which is, like I say, it's difficult to come by in the early game. I would more worry about the Poke Radar later on. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think the way you get the Poke Radar, it doesn't matter if you catch the Pokemon, you just have to have seen them. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I think that is the case. And so the longer you leave it, the more Pokemon you're naturally seeing through your playthrough, which means the less Pokemon you're missing for the Poke Radar. It feels like you kind of, if you play the game normally, you end up getting the Poke Radar towards the end of your journey, and that's also when you'll have seen most of the Pokemon anyway. It's when you'll have most access to all the funds needed to buy the resources to use the Poke Radar. But yeah. Bear with me, I think I've missed a little bit of the chat. Oh, an Exile. So your Cricketune has been your star of your run. That's good. Cricketoone's a great one. And Jilly, you're not a big fan. Well, the only thing you don't like about bench resetting is that you keep phasing on everything. So that means you're encountering shinies that you were not particularly wanting. That's another one. Right, we're up to 4 now. 4 crashes. 4 in 30. What is that? We're around, I think it's about 1 in 7. I'm not very good at maths, everyone, but I think that's about 1 in 7. Not good. Not good. And Ironixie, good to see you. It has been a while. I think it's been almost 2 weeks since I've been able to stream. It's been a while for me, but I hope you've been well. There's been a lot of things going on with me. Life gets busy sometimes, doesn't it? But I hope everything's good with you. And Exile, you think you may have massively over-leveled your Pokemon? That's, yeah, possibly. I mean, for me, unless it's a traded Pokemon, or unless it's a Pokemon that it means it won't obey you anymore, I never think there's a problem with over-leveling. I think it's it can be quite fun that way, honestly. There's no one way to play Pokemon. Everyone should play it the way that they want to play it. And Katri, you don't have the DLC. Oh, you don't have the DLC for Sword and Shield. You can't do the DLC because Leon took Charmander. Interesting. I mean, if you're talking about the DLC for Sword and Shield, which I think you are, obviously, yeah, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money, and that's a different thing. But I do think the DLC for Sword and Shield is worth it. I would say more so than Scarlet and Violet. I think the DLC in Sword and Shield is wonderful, especially Dynamax Adventures. I think it's great. Oh, and Shiny Palkia, you played Pokemon Crystal on your 3DS and you've managed to get a shiny Celebi. Wow, a shiny mythical. That is crazy. I think I might have a shiny Celebi, but that is not from that's not through chance or anything like that. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but I think in Pokemon Go, if you just do an event, they give you a shiny Celebi. So I'm pretty sure I've got one as well, but you know, it's just one that you're given, so I don't think it's as special as actually, you know, shiny hunting one like you've been able to do in Pokemon Crystal. So well done, Shiny Palkia, that's awesome. So we've got through 34 encounters so far. We have had 4 crashes. And Katri, do you know that you can shiny hunt your starter in Sword and Shield? You learned it from a video. Do you mean you can shiny hunt? I mean, you can definitely shiny hunt through egg hatching. Oh, come on. Oy, right, that's 5. I mean, I don't need... When did that... Was that during the loading screen just then? That felt really late, that crash. Maybe it was in the loading screen, but... Ugh. But yes, as Jilly said, it's only through the egg method. Yeah, you can't shiny hunt the starters in the same way that we did in BDSP. You know, like resetting at the start of the game. You definitely can't do that because they are shiny locked. BDSP is the only Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. Oh my gosh, this is really bad now. That's like 2 in a row. What was I saying? BDSP is the only Pokemon game on the Switch where you can shiny hunt the starters. It's one of the things that makes BDSP special. You know, it's the only game where you can shiny hunt the starters. It's why I, you know, really wanted to do the starter shiny hunt in these games. Katri, look at Pokemon Sword and Shield shiny only. Yeah, they are definitely shiny locked. That's not to say that people can't shiny hunt them, because if someone has reset their game to try and get a shiny, what that means is that someone is using a modified Switch. So they'll have hacked it, they'll have edited the source code of the game, and they're playing like a modified version of Pokemon, which is fine. I'm not judging people that do that, but that's what it will mean. Because in the normal game, the way it's programmed, you cannot soft reset for them. If you've seen someone soft reset for them at the start, they're using a hacked version of the game. Which again, I'm not judging. There's nothing wrong with people doing that, but you can't do it in the normal game. The only way you can shiny hunt those starters in Sword and Shield or in any Pokemon game on the Switch other than BDSP is through egg breeding, either Masuda method or not. Those are the only. Or you can, I guess you can find starters in the wild in the Blueberry Academy and things like that. But when I say starters, when I say the starters are shiny locked, I'm talking about the Pokemon that you get given at the start of the game. They are shiny locked in every Pokemon game for the Switch, apart from BDSP. And Amelia, the legendary that you're using in your grass type challenge is Kartana. There you go. I didn't even know that was a grass type, honestly. Because I've never used that Pokemon in a playthrough, so I hope you have fun with it. It certainly sounds interesting to me, like I say, because I've never used that Pokemon, and I always like using Pokemon that I've never used before, so I hope you have fun with that. And Jilly, you can't remember where the Dratini that Austin John plays used to hunt. You want to alpha hunt it. Oh yeah. I can never remember where it is either. But yeah, it's if you go to his video where he shows you how to shiny hunt every Pokemon, he gives a really good location for that Dratini. And you just kind of walk back and forth along that railing. But yeah, I can't remember where it is. Whenever I want to try and shiny hunt it, I have to pull up that video. And Exile, so your current team is Cricketune, Armaldo, Scizor, Parasect, and Heracross. Nice, that's a very bug team, right? I like that. Sounds very cool. Katri, you're going to go watch some Pokemon videos? No problem. Oh my gosh, that's another crash. Right, we are up to 7. 7 in 38. I mean, that's shocking. It's not as... I'm gonna be honest, I can see why people have decided not, to kind of just hold off doing this until it gets fixed, because it's not as fun. It crashing this much, it's... It kind of breaks my heart each time it happens, just a little bit. I'm not being too overly dramatic. It's not. I'm not saying it literally is heartbreaking, but there's just a little, it gets a, it's a little pinprick to the heart, we'll say, each time it happens. Okay. What was I saying? So, Katri, you're going to go watch Pokemon videos, and you've also said that when you get Brilliant Diamond, you're going to shiny hunt Chimchar or Turtwig or Piplup. So you're going to do similar to what we did, where you'd be like changing each time. If so, I really, really wish you the best of luck. It's really difficult to do that. It's a long hunt. It's worth it when you finally do get the shiny, and I really just hope you get the shiny straight away. I really hope it, because starting the game with a shiny is amazing. And Katri, you think you prefer Piplup or Turtwig? I mean, they're both good. I think I secretly hoped I would get Piplup, but I was happy to get Turtwig. I would have been happy with any of them. All three of them are great starters. And yeah, I have no idea how to get Kartana. Don't think I've ever used it. I suppose there might be a way. I know you can get Ultra Beasts from Pokemon Go, and any Pokemon you get from Pokemon Go is generally quite a low level. So it may be that you can just get them from Pokemon Go, transfer them to Pokemon Home, and then put them into Sword and Shield. So I think if you catch legendaries in Pokemon Go, they end up being level 20, which you only have to beat maybe 1 or 2 gym leaders, and then you can play it. Then it'll obey you. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure how Amelia is planning to do it. Oh, Daruk's getting up. No, he's not. He's turning around. He's getting comfortable. He's showing us his bum. He's digging. He's got his reasons for doing what he does. He's having a good old dig. And I think nope, he's still digging. That doesn't look shiny to me. Nope. But yeah, Amelia, I think Jilly's right. That definitely rings a bell that although you can get to the Dynamax layer very early on in Sword and Shield, to get the Ultra Beasts to appear in those, Dynamax Adventures raids, you do need to have completed something. And that, what Jilly's written there, that sounds right. There's definitely they definitely don't. I know for a fact they don't unlock automatically. There's definitely a story beat that happens that one of the professors says, "Oh, now Ultra Beasts are appearing in the Dynamax layer." So it's not something that happens immediately. But there are other ways of getting Ultra Beasts, is what I'm trying to say though. Like I say, you can get them from Pokemon Home at level 20. That was a. I clicked very fast there, but it crashed then. It definitely crashed then. We are up to 8 crashes now. 8 crashes. 8 crashes in 44 encounters. Not good. It's not good at all. I mean, it might be... I'll have to think about this, but if it does keep happening like this, a part of me may end up pausing this and returning to it when they fix it, like how other people seem to be doing. I guess that'd mean that I would move on to just doing Dynamax Adventure runs in Sword and Shield, just as an interim, just until things settle down with this game and it becomes a bit more stable. We'll have to see. Ham, good to see you. Feels like it's been ages. Yes, I think it has. I mean, I haven't streamed for like 2 weeks. There's been all kinds of chaos going on in my house. Redecorating, just everything. I hope everything's been good with you. But yeah, things are good with me. Work's really busy. Work is getting busier and busier for me, but it is going well. The dogs are doing well as well. They had their annual vet appointment like a month ago, and I don't know if I mentioned this, that they gave Daruk a glowing bill of health, said that he's perfect. They did mention that Mifa was a little bit overweight, and they said we should try and cut down on her food to get her weight down. And as part of their annual checkup, they had some injections for, I forget what, some kind of dog diseases that has to be administered annually. But it was a 2-dose thing. So they had the first dose like a month ago, and they had their second dose this weekend that's just gone past. So we took our dogs to the vet again this weekend. And in the space of a month, Mifa had lost a decent amount of weight. I forgot how much it exactly was, but she had lost weight. So, we've been reducing her food. So, it's dangerous for pugs to be overweight just because they have quite small noses and it can be difficult for them to breathe. So it's good that she's been able to lose a bit of weight. So it tells us that we're on the right track. So pugs are doing much better now. I'm doing good. The shiny hunt is not going great, but that's nothing to do with the shiny hunt. That's more to do with the Switch 2 is having a few issues. There was an update about 2 weeks ago, and ever since that update's happened, there's been loads of, every single time that you load up BDSP on a Switch 2, there's like a 1 in 8 chance that it just crashes, and that has certainly been my experience. I've been streaming for almost an hour today, and we've got through 48 encounters, and it has crashed 8 times already. I've been keeping track. So other than that, everything's all good with me. And Jilly, if we do Dynamax Adventures, you would immediately drop everything and join. Yeah, I will seriously consider that, honestly. Because yeah, I think we'll just have to see. But yeah, if it's crashing every 8 resets, then it's not worth doing. I think it would be a better use of everyone's time to just put a pin in this hunt, do some Dynamax Adventures, and then once Nintendo finally gets around to fixing it, which you'd hope they would, I'm certain loads of other people have reported this as a bug, so hopefully they'll fix it, and then once it's fixed, then come back to it. That might be what we do. We'll have to see. And Jilly, why is your moveset for Shiny Totodile so busted? It's already got Rock Slide, Ice Beam, Liquidation, and Breaking Swipe. Sounds good. That sounds like a very good moveset to me. And, oh, Jilly, you have to bring your Switch to work because you've got to wait an hour after work. Oh, because your bus won't come until an hour later. That's frustrating. I get that. In the job I had before this, I've been working for the same company for like 17 years, a long time. But the job I had before this was working for an air conditioning company. And when I first started there, they were based in an office that was walkable to where I was staying. So I used to just walk to work. Then that company relocated to the outskirts of town, which meant that there's no way I could have walked, and I had to get the bus because I didn't really drive back then. And a lot of the work I had to do was like, night shifts and stuff like that, and having to rely on buses for things like that, it was really exhausting, is what I'll say. So I know how you feel. It's not good. But at least you've got a Switch to keep you occupied during those times. But yeah, I know how bad that can be. I'm very glad I don't have to work in that in that job anymore, because that was exhausting. That was exhausting. And Ham, you're doing well. Life rolls on, as we say in Sweden. Very good. That is a right attitude to have. I like that. I like that. And oi. Okay, we're up to 9 crashes. 9 crashes in 52 encounters. It's really bad. It's really bad. I'm trying not to let it. I'm trying not to imagine that. Ooh, if it hadn't crashed, would that have been the time that it was going to shine? I don't want to think like that, but that is where my mind is going at this point. Exile, you just want to get to Dialga, yeah. Dialga's good. I mean, Dialga's a great shiny. And Jill, you can keep an eye out for patch notes or any updates. Yeah, if anyone hears anything, that would be helpful. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? I'm gonna have to think about this. Because 9 crashes in 53 resets. It's not good. It probably would be better to move over to Dynamax Adventures. So we'll see. We shall see. Exile, you've switched to Venomoth and you need a Pokemon with Psychic moves. Yes, yeah, Venomoth can definitely learn Psychic, can't it? Which is kind of handy. Bulba King, good to see you. You summon Sparkles. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope that you can bring the shiny luck with you. We're still massively under odds, you know. I can't sit here and say that I'm due a shiny. The shiny should have appeared by now, because we are massively under odds. The odds of finding this Palkia are 1 in 4,096. We're nowhere near that yet. But I would dearly love to find it, especially with all these crashes and errors happening. It's making me want to just want to find it and move on, honestly. And as soon as we get this Palkia, we don't have to reset anymore. That's it, we get the Palkia, we're just gonna run at the next gym and then attack the Elite Four. That's it, We're so close to the end game, so close. Jilly, you're already on Sword waiting. Okay, so I'm not going to be switching over to Dynamax right now, I will say. Because it would have to be on the Switch too. And I'm not even sure I'm at the Dynamax cave on Switch 2 just yet. I can't even remember if I've got a saved file for Sword or Shield on my Switch 2. So I mean, what I need to do is just quickly run through Sword or Shield on my Switch 2, unlock the Dynamax Cavern, get to I always forget the name of the city, but with the place with the outside open air bath, the frozen area, the frozen city, transfer over some Pokemon from Pokemon Home to fill out the Pokédex, and then get the shiny charm, and then start Dynamax Adventures. So there's a little bit of setup I need to do in the background. So it certainly will not be today, and it probably won't even be the next stream. But I think it's something that I'm gonna have to do in the background as a backup option, because these error crashes are not good. They're not good. What's happening? I pressed the wrong button. That was me pressing the wrong button. That wasn't a crash, that was me pressing the wrong button there. Palkia, you defeated Lance in Pokemon Crystal with level 40 Pokemon. That sounds pretty impressive. What level were Lance's Pokemon? I've got a feeling it must be level 60 or something, surely. Is it like level 50 to 60? I mean, if it's higher than 60, defeating it with, I mean, yeah, defeating Lance with level 40, that sounds really impressive. So well done. And Exile, the only moves you don't have access to for your particular run are fire moves. That's for your bug themed playthrough. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Bulba King, you love the wicked profile picture of Jilly's, but your favourite musical is Hamilton. I think that might be my favourite as well. My wife and I have seen Hamilton. Is it just the once? Do we go twice? We've definitely seen it at least once, and we've seen like they made a movie about it as well. Like I think they recorded the original cast, and that got put out on Disney Plus a few years ago. We've watched that as well. I feel like we might have seen Hamilton twice. It's a very good musical in any event. Definitely, I think that would be my favourite also. Oh, and Jilly, you've seen it in person twice as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I certainly have not seen the original cast. Because, yeah, the original cast wouldn't have travelled to the UK. I've only ever seen it in the West End. In the UK, which is obviously a very different production to the American one. And Palkia, Lance had a Dragonite that was level 56. It was absolute pain. Yeah, that's really impressive. If you had a team of level 40 and you managed to take out a level 56 Dragonite, oof, well done. Well done. And Amelia, you're guessing we get it on encounter 1700. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. We are 39 resets away from that. We shall have to see. And Amelia, you're already doing Nessa's gym test. Oof, you're flying through it. I feel like you've completed that game so many times recently. I feel like you must be an expert at speed running it. And Ham, you haven't played a Pokemon game in ages. The last time was 3 months ago. Oh, nice. That is quite a break. That is quite a break. I don't think I could go that long without playing a Pokemon game. There's always something to draw my attention back, you know. But I mean, it's good if you can have that break, because I mean, sometimes just having a break from something can either make you appreciate it more when you do return to it, or on the flip side, you know, sometimes just taking a break, it can make you realize actually there might be other things that I'm more interested in, if you know what I mean. Allows you to see your options more clearly and allows you to focus on other things. So it's certainly not a bad thing. But yeah, I don't think I could go that long without playing Pokemon. Like I said, there's always something that draws me back in. Like Scarlet and Violet, they've just started doing they've just restarted doing the Mightiest Mark raids. I think at the moment there's a Goodra raid, and the other weekend there was Hydreigon. So that's keeping me interested. I need to build a team ready to take on Goodra. I don't like missing out on the Mightiest Mark Pokemon. I want to make sure I've got them all. Amelia, you're hoping the shinies named after you? Well, the way that we've done it so far is, yeah, when the shiny appears, we name it after the last person to have mentioned something in chat. So we'll just see. We'll just have to see. There's always a chance. There is always a chance. And Ham, you've been playing other games like the new Jurassic World Evolution 3 you've been painting as well. Very cool. Very cool. What type of things have you been painting? And Amelia, you went on a PE trip today and your team ended up in second place. Well done, well done. That sounds good to me. That sounds good. And you know, going on a PE trip, it sounds like a field trip or something. I would imagine that it would have been fun. Regardless of the result, that sounds like it would have been a fun day all round. So I hope you did have fun. I was always terrible at PE. I was awful at it. But I will say, I always enjoyed it. Even though I was terrible. You don't have to think. It's just about trying your best. You know, you don't have to. Yeah, it's just I don't know, run as fast as you can or whatever. There was something that there was a straightforward, uncomplicated. Okay, we're up to 10 now. 10 resets. The simple, straightforward nature of PE just made it very appealing. Like I say, even though I was terrible at it. So I hope you had fun. And Ham, you recently repainted your Hammond collection Allosaurus. Ooh, yeah. If you want to post some pictures, I will have a look. Because yeah, I've seen a couple of your dinosaur paints, and they're generally pretty cool. So I would love to see that. Amelia, it was your very first silver medal. You'll be able to add it to your collection that you've already got a black, a bronze, a silver, and gold medals. There you go. Well done. Doesn't look shiny to me. Nope. Okay, we are up to 1,668 resets. The game has crashed 10 times, so that is one in less than 1 in 7, to be honest. So 1 in 6.8. That's such a high number. That's such a high number. Not happy about these resets. And Katri, when you battle Nessa, you're going to have a problem because you're going to be a fire type. And Amelia, you're currently battling Nessa. Nice. I think you should be fine with Nessa because you're a grass type, right? So that should be all good. Oh, and Ham, you've got a new Hammond collection Velociraptor today, though you'll show that as well. Yeah, I'll have a look. Anything Anything you want to share, I will have a look at. If you pop it in the art section of the Discord, I'll check it out. Thank you. And just so that I know, what is a Hammond collection? Does that mean that they're all to scale to some degree from the same collection? Or, I mean, is it called Hammond because of the owner of Jurassic Park being John Hammond? That was his name, right? And Amelia, you just realised that you've deleted your shiny only run of Pokemon Violet, and that had your shiny Gigantamax Charizard. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. It's never nice to accidentally, delete a playthrough of Pokemon. To lose Pokemon friends that you went on a journey with. But you'll always be able to do it again. You'll be able to find them again, honestly, and you'll have new adventures with new Pokemon friends. But yeah, it never feels good when that happens. So I'm sorry that happened. And Jilly, no worries. You were just struggling to pick an outfit. That's never a problem at all. Don't worry. Do not worry. I would say picking an outfit is far more important than this. Don't worry. Oh, Daruk's on the move. He's down. Let me move the camera. Oh, that's as far as I can move the camera. No, he's gone investigating. He'll be back. He'll be back. And bear with me. Amelia, you saved a video of your fire run when you were battling Rose and you used your shiny G-Max Charizard. Very cool. Very cool. Because at least you've got that. And that'll help you remember your Charizard. And Katri, what should your outfit in Sword be? You think it has to resemble fire? I mean, I would say whatever you want it to be. Oh, what's Daruk? Daruk's barking for some reason. No idea why. No idea why. He's angry about something. Oh, and Ham, you've sent them. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, I can see them. Hold on, let's have a look. So that's the Velociraptor is the smaller orange one, and then you've got the Allosaurus as well. They do look to be in scale, right? I like that. And the Allosaurus has got is that blood on its what is it? On its snout? Oh, wait. I think you've posted something before the repaint. Yeah. I see. So you've added that. That's really cool. I like that. It makes it look really scary. I'm going to be honest. It does. It looks very real. Because I thought that. I kind of thought that's how it was meant to be. But you've added that. It does look. It does look pretty scary. With its blood all around its mouth. Oh, and we've got another crash. Okay, we're up to 11 now. Oh, this is not good. Oh, and Tempest, good to see you. You have not joined too late, do not worry. We've been streaming for about an hour. However, there's been all kinds of technical issues. It seems like either the Switch or BDSP, one of them has had an update in the past couple of weeks, and it's meant that we're getting crashes pretty much every 8 resets, which is not great. Not great. Other than that, we're all good, and I hope you're doing well as well. And Amelia Oddish is evolving. Very cool. Do you have a leaf stone to turn your gloom into a vile plume? Or I guess you could use a sunstone and on the gloom and turn it into a what's the other thing it can turn into? I can't remember. That's gonna annoy me. Blossom, that's it. Have you decided whether you want a blossom or a vile plume? I guess is the question. Oh, and Ham. So the Allosaurus has got a blind eye, just like the one from the movie. That's a nice touch. I like that. So wait, hang on. Let me just have a look at the eye in particular. Right, because it does. Okay, so I can see what you mean. It's kind of. Okay. So one side, yeah, you can see it's got an eye, and then on the other side, you can just see the white of the eye. So it's black. That's a nice touch. I like that. I like that. Hold on. That is not shiny, so we'll reset. And Ham, to explain what the Hammond collection is for your models, it's Mattel, which is a toy company that makes Jurassic figures. They've got a toy line, the Hammond collection, which are more premium compared to the main line figures. Nice, very cool. Yeah, Daruk's in a bit of a bad mood. I don't know why. He's just barking at the wall for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and he's disturbed Mifa. Oh well. He's managed to wake Mifa up. Oh, and Ham, did I catch that the Velociraptor is the one from Lost World? Oh, no, I would not have picked up on that. I would not have picked up on that. What makes it... Yeah, there's no way I would have picked up on that. But that's cool if it is. I do remember... So, I remember the Velociraptors from the Lost World. Because there was a few. It felt like some of the moments, some of the really scary moments, but which were also a little bit slapstick, you know, almost comedic, all involve the velociraptors, like the velociraptors, like the acrobatics of the kid to flying kick a velociraptor out the window. But then even before that, when there was the whole army of mercenaries going through that grass field, and then all of these velociraptors just picking them off one by one, and people just disappearing through the, you know, in the grass. It was pretty cool. I must say that I didn't realize that was a velociraptor from that movie. But that is pretty cool. I like that. It's tiger stripes. Yeah, I didn't notice that the velociraptors had tiger stripes in that movie. I'll have to have a look. Daruk is in a bad mood. He's I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's woofing. I don't know, he's clearly hearing something, but I can't hear anything, that's the thing. So I'm not quite sure what he's hearing. And Jilly, you like it when he sits on the stool? He tends to do that towards the end of the stream. And that's when he does it. Right. Oh. Yeah. Okay, Ham, you've just posted a picture from the Lost... Yeah, that does ring a bell, actually. That does look exactly like them, actually. Mind you, not every single one does have the tiger stripes. So I guess was it just one or two that had the tiger stripes in the movie? I'm trying to remember. Okay, that's not shiny. Let's go for the next one. We have got through 82 encounters so far today. See, Mifa's nice and calm. Mifa's always the calm one. Daruk is the restless one. Whenever he hears a noise outside, he gets very, very anxious, unfortunately. And Ham, the females have the stripes, the male have very faded stripes. Ah, okay. Now I understand. Or the other way around, you can't remember. No, I think you might have got it right. I feel like... Oh, no, wait, I was going to say... Well, all I can really say, actually, is when it comes to ducks, generally speaking, it's the male ducks that have the interesting plumage, and then the female ducks tend to be quite plain in comparison in terms of, like, colours. But then I don't know if that would extend to other species. The only types of animals that I know about are ducks, because I was obsessed with ducks growing up. My granddad used to take me bird watching, and we'd catalogue all the birds that we saw and things like that. And it was mainly like water birds and things like that. So yeah, I can definitely speak to ducks, and generally speaking, it's the male that has the more interesting plumage. But I've no idea about other animals, and especially not dinosaurs. Daruk? You okay? He's running. So I've got a table in the attic, and he's just running round and round the table. I'm worried that he might need to do something. Okay, bear with me for 5 minutes, everyone. I'm just gonna let Daruk go outside because he's acting a little strange at the moment. Bear with me 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, he doesn't usually go round and round the table. There's that. Yeah, bear with me 1 second, everyone. Okay, apologies for that. Oh, has the music stopped as well? Nope, it's coming back. Oh, right. Yeah, I've just taken Daruk downstairs. I'm thinking maybe he needed to do his business. He can usually hold it, but he was acting a little strange. Anyway. I've sent him downstairs, and he should be able to do his business outside now. So now it's just me for no Daruk. He might come back up, but we shall see. I will say, it's almost 7 PM, and on these midweek streams, that is usually around the time that we end the stream. I am going to be streaming a little bit longer, until 7:30 today, just because we started later. So that might explain why Daruk was getting a bit anxious. I guess he was used to things ending at 7. I'm not sure. But we've got through 84 encounters today. It has crashed 11 times. Still no shiny. Oh, and Amelia, when are we next live? That's a good question. So I won't be able to stream on the Friday because I'll be going into the office. So I should be able to stream on Thursday. I will say I won't be able to I mean, it's been 2 weeks since the last stream, so that was quite a long break. But that's because we had a lot of house renovation stuff going on. But we are also getting closer to Christmas, and I won't be able to stream as often. Just because there's a lot of things I need to do around the house to get the house ready. Christmas is just a really busy time. So there's definitely gonna have to be a time where there just won't be as many streams, unfortunately. But I should be able to stream on Thursday. That should be fine. But yeah, I think I need to prepare people because the streams will not be as frequent as they used to be. Especially because it's Christmas. But also, I mean, work is just getting busier and busier for me. But I'll do as many streams as I can, but it might not be as often as it used to be. I'll try and work out a nice balance. But yeah, the next stream will be Thursday, after I finish work, and then hopefully we'll be able to fit in one stream over the weekend. But it might not be one of those all-day streams. It might be a shorter stream. We'll have to see. Still no shiny, though. And Katri, Albert the Score Bunny won. Well done, Katri, and well done, Albert. Oops, went the wrong way. And oh, Jill, you did the exploit so that you had 5 in the middle of Wild Zone 20, Area 20. I did see a few of your photos in Discord showing that. Well done on doing that, because I've seen some videos showing people doing it, and it looks really complicated to me. So well done on doing it. I've never attempted it, just because it seems very. You've got to be very exact. I get the impression you've got to lure the alpha just far enough away from its starting point, and then save, and then go. Yeah, fair play for doing that, because it sounds very complicated to me. I have watched a few videos showing how it's done, but it looks really difficult to me. But once it's done, having that many alphas in the middle must be amazing. That doesn't look shiny. And Jilly, another alpha that you're aiming for is Metagross. As well as the Dragonite, Tyranitar, Garchomp and Gallade. They would all be really good, yeah. Metagross is one of my favourites, definitely. It's a really good shiny, that. Beldum and Metagross are great shinies. And it'd be even better if it was an alpha. So yeah, I understand wanting that. And Tempest, you've read that you can lure a a Garchomp all the way to Area 1 by having it use Dig, get out of the area, and then lure it all the way there and catch it there. Yeah, that would be a bit strange, wouldn't it? To catch an alpha Pokemon and then have it, say, caught in Wild Area what? No! Another crash. Right, we're up to 12 now, everyone. 12 crashes in 90 encounters. I'm not great at maths, but that sounds like a lot to me. What was I saying? Yeah, Tempest. I think I'd heard of something similar. Not that exact thing. Not getting a Garchomp to Area 1, but I have heard of people luring alphas to different zones, which I do think is pretty cool. And Tempest, you think that the Switch 2 updates have broken BDSP? Yes, it definitely has. It's definitely bad right now. When I last played it 2 weeks ago, we had exactly the same problems. I was not counting the number of resets in the last stream, but it definitely felt like I was getting a crash every 8 resets, roughly speaking, and it's been borne out by today doing the exact same thing, and it's all come about since there was an update. I remember the update. I mean, I wish I'd not agreed to the update, but I did. And yeah, there's a lot of people who are saying the same thing as well, so Nintendo are aware of it. I just don't know how much of a priority it is for them to fix a 4-year-old game that they've broken. And I will say it's not broken. It only really impacts people like me who reset over and over again. If you just load it up, 7 out of 8 times you're not going to notice a problem because it'll just load up just fine, and then you don't, if you load up a Pokemon game, most of the time you're not resetting over and over again. So for, it's an old game, and it only impacts people doing a shiny hunt like this, which unfortunately includes me in that, but I've got to imagine that people like me are a fairly small proportion of the player base. So yeah, it does worry me that this issue might be a very, very low priority for the Pokemon Company to fix. I mean, I hope it's fixed soon, but yeah, I'm a bit worried. Because I just think it's not a new game, so that's going to push it lower on the priority list. And it's also an issue that's not really going to impact everyone. It's only really impacting people who are soft resetting over and over again. So, fingers crossed they fix it. But yeah, it has happened 12 times so far today, and we have done 94 soft resets. So it's a decent percentage. It's definitely noticeable. I think before the update, I would say it would crash maybe once every 200 times. I'm not going to stand here and say that the game never crashed before, because it occasionally did. Very occasionally. But it's been a noticeable increase. Anyway, it is 3 minutes past 7. We'll keep streaming for another 27 minutes until past, and we'll see how many we can get through. If we can just get this Palkia, then we don't have to reset anymore, and then we don't have to worry about these crashes. So I really hope we can get this Palkia. It would be the best thing. And shiny Palkia, the first time it happened to you, you were worried, but then you understood that it was normal. Yeah, I think I went through the same thing. You know, I in the last stream we did, which was about 2 weeks ago, I can remember it crashing and me going, oh, that's annoying, and then it crashed again. I was like, oh, that's weird. Why did it crash so often? And then it crashing again. And after the third crash in, you know, maybe, I can't remember how many resets it was. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure after that third crash, that is when I started to panic as well. And I started to panic live on stream. I was like, oh, this isn't normal. Is it my game? I think I, at one point, said if it crashes once more, I'm going to take the cartridge out and, you know, blow on it to see if there's any dust or anything like that. So I was worried that the issue was with my game or my console. I was really worried as well. And then I think it was Jilly that found out that other people were having the exact same problem, and then hearing that other people were having the same problem, that made me feel better. Because, you know, if something like this was happening to me and me alone, then you obviously think that actually it probably isn't the update. It's more likely that there's just something physically wrong with my game or my console, and that's much more of a difficult thing to fix. Whereas if it's happening to everyone, then that's just a software issue, and you would hope that there will be a fix for it. So yeah, I get you, because I was worried that the issue was with me as well. And it is reassuring to know that everyone's in the same boat with an issue like this. Makes it more likely that it's going to get resolved if it's happening to more than one person. Okay, well, we're up to 13. We're up to 13. And Jilly, if you get a shiny Alpha Malamar, a Klefki, or a Stunfisk, you'll be really mad. Fingers crossed you get the one you're hoping for. Fingers crossed. Oh, Angela, you also don't want the Garbodor or the Elemental Monkeys. Fair enough. I think the Elemental Monk... That was twice in a row. Alright, 14 that time. Yeah, yeah, so I mean these crashes, they are bothering me. It's not ideal, because I can't stop myself wondering, oh well, what would, you know, maybe that was the time that it would have been shiny. I don't like thinking like that. And that's 3 times in a row. Okay, 15. I don't know, we might not make it to 1,700, Amelia. I know that was your guess, that we would get the shiny on encounter 1,700, but at this rate, we're not going to make it there. We just need to get through 2 more encounters to make it there, but it's crashed 3 times in a row. There you go. It's really unstable. I have never played a game as unstable as this right now. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to move over to Dynamax Adventures at some point. until they fix this, because I'm not sure I can just brute force my way through this. There's so many crashes. It's really disheartening. Tempest, your favourite shiny hunt error simulator. Yeah, we've gone from... Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. So Tempest, that's funny. And it's funny because it's true. We're now entering the error simulator. So we started the run as the briefcase simulator. Now it's error simulator. We are on to 16. 16 crashes so far. The next encounter will be encounter 1700, but I mean, at this rate, who knows if we're going to make it. And Jilly, Nintendo's update made one of their most unpopular remakes even worse somehow. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I like these games, but I know a lot of people don't. And I mean, if this is how they, if this game shipped like this, then I could, yeah, I don't know. It's really bad. It's really bad. Yeah, I generally, I hope it comes across that I try and stay positive around Pokemon games. Like, I don't complain about their limitations. I don't complain about their frame rates. I don't complain about a lot of things with Pokemon. I think they're fun games, and I love them all. But this is different, honestly. This is something that I do have a problem with. A game should be stable. I don't mind if it has frame rate drops. I don't mind if it's a bit janky. I don't mind stuff like that. But it crashing, I do have a problem with. Everyone has their own line, and I feel like my line is pretty. I feel like I'm fairly forgiving when it comes to computer games. I don't need perfect graphics. I don't need many things, but I do need it to work. And Tempest, you think we should have an error tracker on the screen? That has been suggested already. But yeah, I can only really have one tracker on at the time, so I have to track the encounters. I've got a piece of paper right here. I'm just gonna have to tear it because the piece of paper I'm using has my address on it, so I'm just tearing that portion out. There we go. So this is the error counter at the moment. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, hang on. Let me just turn off the light. There you go. So we are currently on 16 crashes so far. So I am recording it, but just not on screen. I wish I could record it on screen. Oh. Is it better with the light? Without the light? Maybe without the light. We'll leave it like that. So yeah, we do have. This is my old school tracking method. Because this is the second stream that this has been happening. Like I say, I've taken a 2-week break because there's been loads of things going on in the house. But I really hoped that when I returned to this game, that the crashes would have stopped. But it's just as bad as it was last time. I'm not going to say it's worse, but it feels just as bad as it did 2 weeks ago. So we'll see. We'll see. And Amelia, we did make it to 1700 finally, but we didn't get the shiny, so your guess wasn't correct. But who knows? The shiny could appear at any moment. It could be this one. You never know. And Jilly, update more like downdate. Yeah, I mean, I wish I... Is that shiny? It can't be shiny. It's fucking shiny! Oh, God damn it! I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. We've got the shiny. We've got the shiny. Right, I'm throwing the Master Ball. I'm scared it's going to crash. I had all this planned out. I'm throwing the Master Ball. Sorry. I'm throwing the Master Ball. I'm throwing the Master Ball. I'm throwing the Master Ball. I need to save this. 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 Please let me save this. I had a whole strategy involving Smeargle and Executor and everything, but I have so little faith in the stability of this game. I need wait, did I swear? Tempest JJ said the F-bomb. I am really sorry if I swore. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to swear. So who was the last person? I think it might have been Amelia, because we've already got... I think when it happened, I think the last person that commented was either Jilly or Tempest. But I'm pretty sure Jilly and Tempest have got Pokemon named after them. And then the next person would have been Catry, and I think Catry has got a Pokemon named after them as well. But bear with me, I just need to get to the naming screen, and then we'll see. Bear with me. So we're just going to save. Bear with me 1 second. We'll decide what it will be called. Hold on. Yeah, so basically, Amelia. This will be Amelia the Palkia, because the three people that commented before Palkia appeared all already have Pokemon named after them, and then then it moves to the fourth person, which was you, Amelia. So we've found Amelia the Palkia. So Amelia, I know you were really excited, and we found Amelia the Palkia. Can we fly from here? Bear with me. I'm completely flustered, everyone. I can't believe that happened. I really can't believe that after all the... Oh yeah, you can't fly from here. So let's get out of here. Let's rename the Palkia. I can't believe we found it. I really can't believe we found it. Can I use an escape rope? I really want to get out. Let's have a look. Escape rope, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's go. Whew. I can't believe we found that. Right, let's fly. The renamer is in Eterna City, I think. I'm trying to remember. And Jilly, it was actually quite noticeable. It was, wasn't it? I was so scared I wouldn't notice it. But as soon as it appears, you do notice it, don't you? I was like, nah, it can't be. It can't be. We've got that so fast. I just can't believe it. Right, let's get Palkia out. Oh no, you don't even need this, do you? You can just access your boxes. Yeah. Right. I'm going to take out Executor, and I'm going to take out Smeargle. Yeah, I had such an elaborate plan. My whole plan was to lead with Executor, skill swap so that Palkia had Harvest, then swap into Smeargle, who would then use Trick to send over its Leper Berry, which would keep Palkia's PP topped up so it would never have to struggle, then use Spore and False Swipe to get it down, and then just throw Pokeballs at it. That was my plan. But because this game has had so many errors, and as Tempest has said, we've basically been playing Error Simulator for the past hour and a half now. I had no faith that the game was not going to crash, so we've used a Master Ball on it, and there it is. Right, where's the rest of our team? Right, that moon drop. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Let's move this. Okay, he's down here. I can't believe that's over. I can't believe that's over. I mean, I was getting ready to. Who do you want in here? Go with that. Someone's gonna have to be taken out. We'll decide that later. I can't believe it. Yeah, I mean, I was considering abandoning this run because of all the errors. Just to get it so under odds. Right, let's get to the nickname thing, and then once we've done the nickname, I'm gonna edit the overlay to show that we've got it. Name rating services available. Here we go. And Amelia, you've been asking for a Pokemon to be named after you, and we've now got our legendary Pokemon, Amelia the Palkia. Okay. And here we go. This is our team. Guys. From now on, this Pokemon shall be known as Amelia. Oh, I love it. We need to design Amelia's Pokeball. Oh, it's so good. Let me just bear with me. I'm just going to design the overlay a little bit. So we need to move Palkia over into the Pokeball, and we need to record how many encounters that took. So how many was that? That was 1,702 random encounters. Well, it was more of a soft reset, to be honest. We'll do that. There we go. Palkia, after 1,702 encounters, we can now reset the catch combo for the final time today. For the final time this run. Edit. The counter is going to return to 0. There we go. Oh, that's so good. So good. And let me change. Oh, there's only 5 minutes left of the stream. I'm not going to change the name of the stream to say that we've got it. But we've got it. We've got it, guys. I can't believe it. Bear with me. Oh, and Bulba. Did we get the Palkia? We got the Palkia. It was about 5 minutes ago, something like that. We have had so many crashes today. So this is our crash counter. So the game has crashed 16 times. And we did 102 encounters today. Because we started today's stream on 1,600. And we are now on... Well, we reached 1,702. So we did 102 encounters today. 16 times the game crashed. It's been atrocious, honestly. But saying that, I mean, we found a Palkia massively under odds. I can't complain about that. Katri, you think we should save? I've already saved once, don't worry, but I'm more than happy to save again. more than happy to do that. But yeah, as soon as the Palkia appeared, it was very noticeable. I mean, I wasn't 100%, but you could tell. Like, I think I said, is that shiny? Is that shiny? That looks shiny. And then it sparkled, and it was amazing. It was so good. Yeah, that felt amazing, honestly. Right, let's get a Pokeball designed. How do we do that? Oh, here we go, ball capsules, that's it. So, our 8th Pokemon, we're going to place some stickers on it. So, what works for a Palkia? I think, ooh, ethereal. I think we go ethereal. I think that works, honestly. Maybe go, ooh, can we go for that? A nice purple one in the middle? That'll do. That, I like that. And we'll assign that to select Pokemon. Perfect. And hold on, just realised that Tempest Pokeball has changed. There we go. Excellent. Everyone's got their own Pokeball. And let's get Amelia out. I can't wait to see this. Oh, it's a little small. Amelia's a little smaller than I was expecting. Amelia flies. Did you see that? Whee! Oh, that's awesome. Whee! Oh, it's great. I do like I love the movement animations on this. That is great. Okay, that's great. I'm a big fan of that. So it is it's 7:25. I'm not gonna continue the game right now, because I'm gonna have to end the stream in 5 minutes. So the next stream, what we'll be doing is we will be making our way to the 8th gym, which I believe is Volkner, I think. Getting that 8th gym badge, we're going to make our way to the Elite Four. We're going to take on Cynthia. I've got a surprise for everyone. If we can reach Cynthia, I've bought something that I would like to open on stream, and it's to do with Cynthia. So I didn't know when that was going to happen, but as soon as we reach Cynthia, I want to share something with everyone. It's something that I bought, it's Pokemon related, and I can't wait to open it, honestly. So that'll be something to look forward to for me. Katri, show the team, of course. We've got a good team. We've got a whole team of 8. You know, not everyone can be on the team at once. So we've got Jilly, the Houndoom. We've got Vihan, the Torterra. We've got Katri, the Kabutops. We've got Tempest, the Rhyperior. We've got Amelia, the Palkia. We've got Yoshi, the Togekiss. We've also got Moondrop, the Staraptor. And we've got Capamon, the Misdreavus. Now, I want Capamon in the team. But it may be that we kind of swap Capamon in and out. I'm not sure. We've got Katri and we've got Amelia that need, and Jilly that need leveling up a little bit. Everyone else is on Moondrop a little bit as well. So we'll see. We will see. We'll probably do a bit of swapping in and out with the team, and we'll decide who ends up in the team for the final battle against Cynthia. But I mean, the whole squad is going to have their time to shine. The whole squad is going to have, there's going to be moments where everyone's going to come into play, which I'm looking forward to. I really can't wait. Tempest, thank you everyone for their congratulations. I'm so shocked that we got it, honestly. I was not expecting to get the Palkia today. I don't know if anyone could tell it from my voice, but I was getting pretty down. the crash after crash after crash, it was really destroying my spirits. But getting the Palkia, that has done wonders for me, honestly. So I'm beyond happy that we found Amelia the Palkia. It's the second time I've ever found a shiny legendary. The first shiny legendary I ever found was the Mewtwo in Let's Go, and I didn't have a microphone when I found that one, so it was really special to be able to actually share how I'm feeling and how it felt to actually get it for the first time. It was so good. And I was not prepared for it. I didn't believe my eyes when it came up on the screen. I'm looking forward to going back and watching that again, because that was special. So thank you all for listening to me ramble on. I'm going to end the stream here. Let me just save it again now that we've got all of the Pokeballs sorted. And we've got our team ready. Our team ready to take on the 8th gym leader. So I'll be streaming again on Thursday. And I hope to see you guys then. I don't know how far we'll get. I can't imagine we'll make it all the way to Cynthia in one stream. We'll see, but we'll get as far as we can. And it's now looking like if we don't finish the game on Thursday, when I stream over the weekend, that probably will be the stream that we end it on. So this has been episode 97. The next episode is going to be 98, and then maybe we finish it on episode 99, which would be kind of awesome. And then after that, maybe move on to some Dynamax adventures, who knows. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for sharing that Palkia journey with me. There's no way I would have got, even though it was a 1702 reset hunt, it doesn't sound like a lot of resets, but it felt like a lot because of all those errors. So thank you all for being here and suffering through that with me. It really helped. I wouldn't have got through it without you guys, so thank you very much. Stay safe, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye everyone.